We have live team coverage with the very latest on the emergency. We're going to begin with our Jonathan Gonzalez. He is live at the command center in Los Alamitos with more on how all of this is being handled. Jonathan?
Hi, Kathy. Yeah, just a few minutes ago, I got off the phone with hazmat officials here in Orange County. The update tonight is that there is no update. They do tell us they have those crews there on scene, hazmat officials closely monitoring the situation, but there really hasn't been any significant change that we can report. Meanwhile, we did speak today with OC District Attorney Todd Spitzer. He is not waiting for anything to happen before he takes action.
Will it spill or will it explode? From a safe distance, News Chopper 4 tonight giving us a view of the troubled tank in Garden Grove that has forced a mass evacuation. The city streets sit empty on this Saturday night. Shopping center sits still. The local In-N-Out burger without any line at all. About 50,000 people, roughly the populations of cities like Covina and Brea, forced to stay away from their homes with no idea when they might return. The threat is the 6,000 to 7,000 gallons of the toxic chemical methylmethacrylate that is warming inside of this tank at the GKN Aerospace facility.
Our circles represent our blast zone. So if this tank fails and we have an explosion, these represent our blast zone. The innermost circle represents areas where we can expect severe structural damage and significant harm. The next ring out is our moderate blast damage.
Fire officials said today they sent experts into danger to check the temperature of the tanks. The result made the situation that much more dire. While officials initially believed the tank might have been stabilized, the reading indicated the temperature rose from 77 degrees to 90 overnight. That is the point when thermal runaway can begin, a chain reaction that only intensifies as it gets hotter. Congressman Derek Tran calling for an investigation, adding that he spoke with GKN's president.
I shared with him that I'm not happy about what's happening right now. And I also let him know that the displacement of all these residents and the use of all of the resources locally is very expensive. So I expect that the company needs to step up and take ownership of this.
There is incredible expenses, and there's going to be potential major devastation that's going to require compensation and for people to be held liable and responsible.
Today, Orange County District Attorney Todd Spitzer announced he has opened up a preemptive investigation into GKN Aerospace. Spitzer ordering GKN to preserve any and all documents as he looks into the company's legal past. The DA's office has also opened up a tip line for GKN employees to report any information about what may have led up to this incident. An incident that may not be over, but the impacts are already being felt far and wide.
But when people return to their homes, people are going to want to ask the question, how are we going to be compensated for staying out of our house? Who's going to pay for our hotels? Who's going to pay for our food? Who's going to pay and reimburse the expenses of the fire authority, the sheriff's department, the Garden Grove Police Department? These are all expenses associated with the situation that I am a major factor in recovering for the public.
And tonight, the EPA and the Air Quality Management District here in Orange County, they were both on site again, as Kathy mentioned earlier, confirming that the air quality is safe in the area. We also talked to OC hazmat officials tonight about what might happen in the event of an explosion. Of course, the priority right now is life and preserving life. They told us that hospitals in the area are always prepared for mass casualty events, but certainly not to the range of 40 to 50,000 people. That is why they stress the evacuations are so critical here, and they said that that threat has been largely removed, thankfully, because people did heed the orders and evacuated. However, there are about 15% or so of the area that is in that evacuation zone that is still populated. People who have been chosen to stay and not evacuate their homes. Officials tell me it's unclear tonight how many of them live in the blast zone, but they are still urging everyone to get out. Reporting in Los Alamitos at the command site, I'm Jonathan Gonzalez. Kathy, we'll send it back to you.